Welcome back, football fanatics. Today we're diving deep into what might just go down as the game of the season. And yes, I know we throw around game of the season a lot, but Dolphins versus 49ers in South Florida? Oh, this was different. This wasn't just a game. This was a clash of cultures, coaches, and quarterbacks trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. We're calling this episode Sun, Sweat, and Showdowns in Miami. What a ride.
When we even start. The sunshine, the 70-degree weather, and two teams fighting to stay alive, it felt like a summer blockbuster. And let me tell you, Brock Purdy and Tua Tagovailoa didn't disappoint. Okay, maybe they stumbled a bit, but the drama, chef's kiss. It had everything, big plays, bigger mistakes, and moments that made you go, what just happened?
Exactly, let's set the stage. Coming into this game, both teams were sitting at 6-0, 195. For the Niners, it's been a season of what-ifs. What if Trent Williams hadn't gone down? What if McCaffrey had stayed healthy? And for Miami, it's all about what if Tua could stay upright. It's like both teams were fighting not just each other, but fate itself. And to make it juicier, you had Brock Purdy, the late-round pick turned starter, going up against Tua, the guy who's still trying to prove he's the man in Miami.
And let's not forget the coaches. Mike McDaniel facing off against his old mentor Kyle Shanahan. It's like watching a student challenge their master in a kung fu movie. You just knew there'd be some wild scheming, and of course a few, oh no, why did he do that moments.
So the game kicks off and Miami defers, giving the Niners the ball first. And Brock Purdy, oh man, he's got Dan Marino's childhood hero watching from the stands. You could feel the pressure. First play, a quick incomplete pass to Juice Kick. Second play, he finds George Kittle, who does his best Hulk impression, fighting for extra yards. And then, third and short, Jordan Mason gets stuffed. We're talking about inches, folks. Inches.
Wait, hold up. That 3rd and 1 play? I was screaming at my TV. You've got Kyle Shanahan, the guy who scripts the first 15 plays better than anyone in the league, and you're running Mason into a brick wall? I mean, I get it. They're down to their backup running backs, but come on.
Right? And instead of challenging the spot, Shanahan brings out the punt team. Enter Pat O'Donnell, who's filling in for their usual punter. He boots a beauty, 50-plus yards, pinning the Dolphins back at their own 10. So now it's Tua time.
And Tua, oh boy. He starts with a handoff to Achane, who gets swallowed up by Nick Bosa like he's a Christmas ham. Then on second down, Achane redeems himself, slicing through for 12 yards. But the third play, Tua tries to hit Tyreek Hill on a slant and dropped.
Then drop.
Tyreek Hill, Mr. Cheetah, had it in his hands and it just slips through like soap in the shower. I couldn't believe it.
And that right there is the story of Miami's season. For every explosive play, there's a moment where you're left pulling your hair out. So they punt, and we're back to the Niners. And guess what? Another stalled drive. Purdy gets a couple of completions, but penalties kill them. They're moving backward faster than they're moving forward.
Can we talk about the penalties? False starts, holding calls? It's like the Niners forgot how to play disciplined football. I mean, Trent Williams is out, sure, but what's with everyone else jumping early? It's like they're playing musical chairs out there.
Meanwhile, Miami starts to find some rhythm. They go to Achane, then Mostert, and then boom, play action. Tua hits Malik Washington, their 6th-round rookie, for 20 yards. And this kid, oh, he's got some juice. He's stepping up big with Jalen Waddle out.
That was a sweet play, and you know what's crazy? Washington's got that underdog energy. 6th-round pick, barely anyone's heard of him, but he's making plays like he's the second coming of Wes Welker. Okay, maybe that's a stretch, but you get what I mean.
I'll allow it. Anyway, Miami gets into the red zone, and here's where it gets fun. First and goal from the 7. They run it, nothing. Second and goal, another run, and Fred Warner blows it up like it's the 4th of July. So now it's 3rd and goal, and Tua finds Tyreek Hill for the touchdown. A quick out route, and Tyreek does the rest. Dolphins go up 7-0, and Hard Rock Stadium is rocking.
That was vintage Tua. Quick read, quick release, and boom, 6 points. And Tyreek? He's doing the deuces, the whole peace out thing. Man, he's electric. But you know what? I was more impressed with the drive. It was methodical. No big mistakes. Just clean, efficient football.
Absolutely. But you know the Niners weren't going to go quietly. Next drive, Purdy finds Kittle for a big gain, and then he goes to Deebo Samuel. And Deebo, he's just a wrecking ball. He catches a short pass, breaks 2 tackles, and drags defenders into the red zone. And just when you think the Niners are settling for a field goal, Purdy connects with Eric Saubert for the touchdown. Niners tie it up 7-7.
And let's talk about that touchdown. It's all heart. You could see it in Deebo's eyes. He's like, not today. He's been dealing with injuries, criticism, you name it. But in that moment, he reminded everyone why he's one of the most dangerous players in the league.
So it's 7-7, and we're heading into the second quarter. And this is where things start to get messy. Both teams trade turnovers, and it's like they're playing hot potato with a football. Miami's O-line gets overwhelmed, and Tua takes a sack from, who else? Nick Bosa. Then on the other side, Purdy throws a pick, and this one sticks. Kader Kohou reads it perfectly, jumps the route, and gives Miami great field position.
That sequence was pure chaos. It's like both teams wanted to win but didn't know how. And can we talk about Bosa? That dude's relentless. He's like a shark that smells blood. Once he's in the backfield, it's game over.
Totally. And then, just before halftime, Miami gets into field goal range. Jason Sanders comes on and nails a 44-yarder. Dolphins lead 10-7 at the break.
At this point, I'm thinking, okay, Miami's got the momentum. They're at home. They've got Tua and Tyreek cooking. This is their game to lose.
But the Niners weren't done. Second half kicks off, and Miami adds another field goal to make it 13-7. But then Purdy, he orchestrates a drive that's just poetry. He hits Kittle, Jennings, and then Debo for another touchdown. It's 14-13. Niners.
That drive was a masterpiece. It's like Purdy was saying, hey, I might be Mr. Irrelevant, but I'm here to ball. And Debo, he's back, baby. Ugh.
And from there, it's a slugfest. Miami scores again with a 50-yard touchdown run from Achane, and Jason Sanders keeps adding to the lead with 2 more field goals, including a 54-yarder. By the fourth quarter, it's 29-17, Dolphins. And then, the moment of truth. 2 minutes left, Niners ball, and Purdy has a chance to make it respectable.
And what happens? Purdy throws a dart to Kittle for 30 yards. Then he scrambles, evades 2 defenders, and hits Brandon Ayuk in stride. They're in the red zone with 30 seconds left. I'm on the edge of my seat.
And then, disaster. Purdy gets hit as he throws, and the ball wobbles into the hands of Kader Kohou. Game over, Dolphins win, 29-17.
My heart can't take it. Purdy was this close to pulling off a miracle. But credit to Miami's defense, they bent but they didn't break. And Kohou, what a clutch play.
So where does this leave us? The Dolphins are now 7-8, keeping their playoff hopes alive, while the Niners fall to 6-9 and are officially eliminated. But if you're a fan of either team, you've got to feel hopeful. Both teams showed fight, grit, and flashes of brilliance.
100%. And for us fans, this is why we love football. The drama, the stakes, the unpredictable madness. This game had it all.
And that's a wrap for Sun, Sweat, and Showdowns in Miami. We'll see you next time, folks. And remember, whether your team wins or loses, the NFL never disappoints. See you next week.